Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Image Elevators with BJ Coleman. I am so excited today because I have the best guests. Not only are they friends of mine and clients of mine, but they're like family to me. They are actors, they are martial artists, they are a Hollywood power couple. It is Gillian and Michael Jai White. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Thank you,
Thanks,
BJ.
BJ.
We love you. Of course,
It's
we'd
a
be
pleasure.
here.
It's a pleasure. I just had the delight of working with you guys on your most recent project, Trouble Man, which came out August 1st, which was an amazing film that debuted at ABFF. And because you guys were on a little media tour, I said, let me get you guys on into the Image Elevators podcast so that we can talk to you guys about some of your accomplishments, but also how you guys are able to maintain your public image, especially having both of you having been in the industry so long. So my first question to you guys is, what is it like working together as a couple and then going home together as a couple? Is it what's that like for you guys? Because
To
this is
me,
not your
it's
first film
literally
together.
no different. Like how we act on set professionally is exactly how we act at home. It's, Mike and I are very genuine, authentic people. So nothing
For sure.
changes. And like I always say, he's my best friend. So we have fun on set working together and we have fun at home. So yeah, it's the same to me.
The difference is that the drama is on set,
Oh, that is true with some
on
characters.
film. Like, because
Right.
we've had
That's true.
more arguments on film than in real life in the 28 years that I've known her. So it's
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting that we.
That is
we'd
so
have-
funny because
yeah.
if you go back to some of our films, we're arguing like crazy in
Yeah.
films, but not in real life.
Well, in film, you need that to have the
Drama.
Yeah, drama.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
always.
And I remember one time this was like a few years ago. We were having lunch or dinner, and you guys had said you had never had an argument. I'm not trying to start anything, but does that remain this case today?
Well, I've always said there are more disagreements. We've had what, 3?
Yeah, like that lasted maybe all of a half hour or something
And you
like
can
that.
count them on one
Yeah,
hand.
because
Yeah,
usually it's because of like a lack of communication some way. Like something was kind of lost in translation.
Yeah, there's usually
know?
when we're both both have to be going through something at the same time. Because normally, if one of us is going through it, the other one is like calm as a cucumber and can like just circumvent stuff.
Mhm.
It's only like there's one time in Africa where she was frightened, and we were being taken by our guide at night to our tent, which is this elaborate tent that's like,
But it still was outside with
yeah.
wildlife.
Right.
Big wildlife.
And I had like a cramp in my leg and I couldn't keep up, and I got frustrated because one of my only pet peeves is, I think when I was a child, being left behind.
Mm.
And something triggered and I like kind of lost it for a little bit, like how are you guys gonna walk off without me? Like that kind of a thing. And I was, the frustration lasted a little long when we were inside. She apologized. She didn't know. She was just thinking, we
I'm trying to get the hell out of there. Like, I'm staying with the guide.
So-
I didn't even realize he was like lagging behind because it was dark.
Right.
Like it was dark.
Because you're focused on getting to the.
I was just trying to get to the tent. But yeah,
Right.
I honestly did forget that he had hurt his leg earlier and was probably going a little bit slower. But I'm like just trying to stay with the guide to get to our tent. So yeah, I did forget. So, it was a little bit of my fault as well. But yeah,
that's like that was like the worst.
But it's like
But,
things
yeah.
like that. It's
Yeah.
never been anything like a serious argument or, like in most relationships, it's usually things like that.
Do you guys have rules or ideas? Like I was watching something the other day where someone was saying they never go to bed angry. Of course, you've heard that. Do you guys have that like implemented in the relationship? Is that something that's stated or an agreement or anything like that? Or is it just natural? Do you feel like it's just a natural
Yeah, I don't
course
think we've
of
ever
ease?
talked about it, but I've always believed in that. I don't like arguing makes me not feel good.
Mhm.
Like I'm an empath, so it just upsets my whole like everything. So I don't really like that. So to me, I prefer to like squash things before we go to bed because
Mhm.
I've always felt that that's important because you never know.
Mhm.
You never know what could happen. You know?
Right,
So
agree.
yeah.
Yeah, things will grate on me if I don't get it out.
Mhm.
It'll just be worse. And so, I mean, I may, if there's other, like just with anybody, if they're going through something, I'm strategic in the way that I will try to get my point across and kind of circumventing what they're going through. So I don't know. It's like I just know it's wrong to fester. And so, yeah, if there was something on our minds, I'll just think it out and then just present it in a way that doesn't trigger the other person.
Now, do you think the ability to be so strategic comes from your fighting skills?
Not
Or
at
by
all.
fighting-
No,
no,
because she does the same thing. And
Not at all.
What it comes from is the fact that it comes out of love. First of all, I don't want anybody I love to have a moment of anguish.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you know how people sometimes want to get even or whatever. I can't put that on anybody. I don't want anybody that I care for to feel bad, and I don't want to be the source of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when that is underlying, then you just really don't have to worry about that because you know you don't intend to hurt their feelings.
Mm-hmm. When I was doing my research, I mean, obviously, because I worked with you guys, I know a lot of your story, but I didn't realize that you both have done Martin.
Mm-hmm.
You both have done music videos. So there have been a lot of career parallels. Did you guys know each other back in 1992, 93, 94 during the Martin days?
No, I absolutely did not. That was I was just I was just graduating high school in '92, so I hadn't met him yet. But no,
And you
Martin
went to Howard.
I went to Howard University,
Yeah.
and when I left Howard and came home, that's when I started my career. So I started out, of course, like most people do, extra work on TV shows and music videos just to make extra money.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got the LL Cool J video, Hey Lover, and that kind of like blew me up a bit. Then I got the Dr. Dre's Been There, Done That. That kind of blew me up. And from there, I segued into like TV shows. I got How to Be a Player. I got Martin, Malcolm Nettie, like those shows that everybody watched, the Parkers and stuff like that. So that was kind of my beginnings. But
And you set out to be an actress?
I wanted to be an actress, and it was so funny because when I was doing music videos, I was so dead set. Actually, Source Magazine did an article on me, and in the article, I said, I'm doing videos now, but I want to be an actress. I'm not trying to be labeled as a video chick or hoe, whatever.
Right. That's what they were in the 90s.
Yeah, but I was like, no, I have a set goal. I want to get my face out there, but I know what I want to do, which is to act on screen.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of my goal. So I was glad I.
But you were kind of acting in the videos. You weren't you were dancing in Dr. Dre.
I chose videos that portrayed more acting.
A
Because in Dr. Dre,
like a leading lady
I did a whole
role.
improv scene with Pierre, the comedian, and Dre.
Yes.
So I didn't choose videos where I'm just like dancing or shaking. I never did that.
Right.
Yeah.
The dancing that you did in Dr. Dre's was choreographed dancing.
Oh, absolutely. That whole scene was by Fatima.
Right.
Yeah.
You weren't like Buffy the Body.
No.
No disrespect to Buffy the Body.
No, she has an amazing body.
Right, but that's not what you were doing in
No,
videos.
I wasn't showing off my body in any music video, really.
Right. And you weren't showing off your body, Mike, I don't think, in Busta's videos or Mariah's videos.
No,
or Nicki, he did Nicki Minaj, too.
Yes, and you've done Nicki Minaj.
Right. Yeah.
Have you done the Nicki Minaj challenge?
What's that?
Are you kidding me?
You could do it, I know.
No.
What would that be?
It's like
the thing where you see everybody with the heels and you're doing the thing like that, like on a freaking table. I'm not doing that.
Nicki Minaj started that?
Well, they give her the credit of doing it because she was in the video. But
oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I have a career where I'm trying to do
that part.
Fights in martial arts. I'm not trying to like bust something or break something. Trying to do a Nicki Minaj challenge.
And Nicki Minaj does it in heels on a solid foundation, but the challenge has been to do it on some kind of crazy balancing
act. That's what I'm talking about.
Which is crazy,
people are like on a little bottle like this balancing. You know, that's crazy.
Right. Yeah. So, did you set out, Mike, to be a martial artist, or did you set out to be an actor? Because I feel like you do everything. You're a Renaissance man.
The weird thing is I started like early on. I was doing puppet shows in third and fourth grade, and I was shooting my own videos when I was really young. Like when I was 10 years old, I was shooting my own movies on Super 8. And when VHS came around, I was shooting scenes on that. So I did that as an enjoyment, right? So, you get older, you sophisticated, and you think you got to major in law or business and all that kind of stuff. And so I took that route going to college and wound up like, wait a minute, I enjoy this other stuff. And I would put in, the acting and all that kind of stuff, those classes, because I enjoyed it. And, after I got out of college and I was a school teacher. And while I was a school teacher, I would go out for roles in TV and all those things on my time off. then I realized that, wait a minute, let me just really pursue this since it's been nagging at me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that's what got me into it. And so the martial arts was something I've been doing ever since I was 7 years old. I didn't put the two together. In fact, when I got to Hollywood or what have you, I made sure I didn't do any action roles. I wanted to be established as an actor first. All right. So I did little bit parts in different places, but really, it was the Tyson movie, Spawn, those things that didn't require any martial arts that put me on. So that's the way I intended it, because I knew as soon as you do a movie with martial arts in it, they're gonna label you as somebody who can only do martial arts, since that's what people do. They just like to label people and don't think anything about it. Even how amazing Wesley Snipes was in all these dramatic roles that he did, you see as soon as he did Blade and some martial art things, they try to pigeonhole him as like he can only do action. You know what I mean? I saw if that could happen with Wesley Snipes, that definitely could happen with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely wanted to establish myself as the actor first, because I came here off of doing theater in New York. So, I wanted to really pay attention to establishing the acting basis first.
I think that's so fascinating because you were the first actor, I think, to portray Mike Tyson. You were certainly the first Black actor to portray a comic hero, right? A comic strip hero. So that being a strategic on your part to be an actor first over an action star first, I think is very smartly done.
Yeah, I saw the trap.
Yeah.
I saw the trap in doing that.
Yeah, but obviously you were aware about how the effect it would have on your career, and then you were also very mindful about the career that you wanted to have, and how you were perceived by Hollywood.
Yeah, because nobody is offering Jean-Claude Van Damme an acting role,
Right? He's not getting Tom Hanks parts.
No,
yeah, it's based off of his martial arts,
right?
So you'd be laughed out of the room if you were an executive and you start talking about that. Or, a lot of other people that is known for martial arts.
But when you were making these videos as a kid, did you think that you were trying to become a director, or did you have to go to school and realize, wait a minute, I'm a creative, why am I?
Had no idea. But when I got to college, I took directing. I really enjoyed it. I was taking directing for sports, live sports stuff. And learning how to do that, which is that's incredible. You gotta kind of grow 3 extra arms basically, because there might be 9 to 12 cameras that you have to pay attention to and say when to go to this camera, and when that you got to look at all these. So it gave me a nice basis for going into what I ultimately wound up doing.
And you guys both kind of started your careers in front of the camera around the same time. I don't know if you guys are aware of that.
No, I was a little bit.
No, he definitely was before me.
What year do you think you started? Or
she was graduating when I was doing.
But she started after you graduated, right?
Well, I started after college.
Right.
So I graduated in 1992. So
But 92, you were acting. You were in films and stuff by 92.
Yeah.
Well, put it this way, Tyson was 94.
Right. Okay. I was thinking Tyson was 95. Okay.
Yeah.
But I was thinking Martin was around 94, 95 for you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was around 95. Actually, it was 96. I remember. Yeah.
And I know that you guys have been married now for what, 8?
No. Like the ceremony was over 10 years ago.
Ceremony was 10 years ago.
But the ceremony was after we got married.
No one knew we were already married.
So how long have you guys been married?
Oh, shoot, was it 13 years? 14?
Yeah.
13,
like
14 years.
Yeah.
How long have you guys known each other?
28.
28 years. So we're thinking about what, 97, 98 you guys met?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
exactly
right.
when we met.
Uh-huh.
And we met up in the club.
But you guys didn't start dating then.
Yeah, we
did.
You dated then, but you guys then broke up at some point, went your separate ways.
It wasn't even like a breakup.
No, you just,
excuse me.
We
just kind of went our separate ways.
Yeah, I was running around like crazy, and wasn't as mature as I could have been. I didn't.
That typical guy.
Yeah,
stuff.
I really didn't invest in what we could really be. I think had I done that, we would have never lost track. We were on good behavior. We just enjoyed each other's company anytime we were around each other. It was just like our chemistry was just fire.
We always said we were out nicing one another.
Yeah, being too cordial, not demanding anything, but
setting any
all the while we both wanted the same thing.
Yeah.
But you guys were both young then. You guys obviously, like you said, went your separate ways. Both started separate families, and then you guys came back together. And you've been together now. Been married for 14 years, but how long you been together as a couple now?
Somewhere around that
Around the same time.
Yeah.
And then, so you guys reconnected and got married right away?
Well, it took a little time because, it took a little time for the ceremony because that was the main thing. We really wanted a really beautiful ceremony. But with our shooting schedules, it was so hard to lock something down because you never know when something's going to come up.
Yeah, one of the weird things is that a lot of people always ask us things like, when was the proposal? When was it? We never even rolled like that. We just knew we had both been in marriages before, and we knew that what we had surpassed each one of those by far. So it was like kind of like marriage.
But you're going too fast. How did you know that what you had in this new relationship surpassed the previous ones? I mean, obviously you know what was bad about the previous ones. But
I'll say it like this.
I'm sure we have our own individual answers.
Yeah, because I mean, like, it sounds weird, but like our worst day is better than the best days in our last marriages. That's not an exaggeration.
I believe it.
It's really not an exaggeration. So I knew, when, I don't know if you know about that moment where I had cold medicine and thought I was going to die. I was off on a shoot.
Okay.
And, I'm like, I have a weak system. I've never been drunk. I've never been high. Never done anything.
Because you guys don't drink. I don't know if people know that. It's so fascinating. We go to dinner all the time. I'm the only one having a drink. And
which is so cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I know you guys are cool with it. I'm just saying. But I want to talk about your health and fitness routine too. So, but go ahead.
Like I say, I've never been drunk. I've never really delved into alcohol and anything.
And you were on cold medicine.
I took a cold medicine from this hotel, and I guess it was old. Something was wrong with it. And it hit me like real hard, and I really convinced myself that I was about to die if I went to sleep, that it was going to be my last day. And so my life flashing before my eyes, I called her up out of the blue and told her, like, you were the one, basically.
That got away.
Yeah, that like if I don't live past this, I want you to know this. And eventually I survived, and then
yay.
So I had to. So it was like that. Even a friend called the paramedics because he was worried about me, because like I freaked out because I've never been altered like that. You know what I mean? And so they said, "Well, this is the effect of the cold medicine. It's like he's drunk or something." And they were like, "He'll sleep this off," and I did.
Yeah.
And so, after I kind of confessed to her, I had to deal with that. So we came back. When I got back home, we got together and never separated.
Did you know when he called you and made this confession that he was on his deathbed? Did he say, like, I might be dying, so I want to make sure you know this?
Well, yeah, he did. He did tell me that.
Obviously, very flattered.
He absolutely told me that, and I remember I was walking, like, exercising with a girlfriend of mine, and I was just like, what the hell, like, because it's a random call to get out of nowhere, you know. It was exciting to me because like you said, we always had this really beautiful chemistry with one another. We would run into each other at different events throughout the years. And, we respected each other's other relationships. So we just would be cordial with one another, but it was always this kind of magnetic kind of energy between us. But yeah, when I found that out, I was like, okay, well, we'll see where it goes. I know people say some things when they're, in situations. So I wasn't sure.
Right.
I didn't want to get too excited, but yeah.
He called and followed up, obviously.
Yeah, when he came back, we got together. I was a little nervous, which I told him. Because, when time goes by, you don't know if
this person has changed
or if he's going to have the same thing. But the first time we got back together, it was like no time had passed. We fell right back into almost like where we were before. And it just was so perfect and so like comfortable that's what he said. We just never looked back from that point. And like I said, there was no proposal. We knew, this is it for us. Like, we're going to get married. We're going to spend the rest of our lives together. There was no talk of, let's get married it just was, this is what it's going to be. Yeah.
But this time coming back around, you guys had now had families of your own. So was it as seamlessly easy to blend the family dynamic into the fold? Did the kids get along?
Immediately. They
Immediately.
They call each other sisters immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because our two youngest are very close in age.
Mm-hmm.
So they just connected like that. So it was great, yeah.
And then going back to my first question about working together and living together, I know you guys don't argue like that, but how do you guys not get sick of the other person?
I don't know.
We never get sick of each other.
It's how do you get sick of your best friend?
Mm.
You normally don't. I mean, it's you vibrate on.
That's such great.
It's true though.
So
No,
charming.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's not clever.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. It's
And the
like,
thing is, we know what it's like to be sick of somebody.
Else.
Yeah.
So we know the difference. It's not like we're just like, oh, it's rose, rainbows and roses. No, we know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
when you're, like I say, vibrating on another level,
Yeah.
is that like when you're around certain people, your mind works better.
Mm-hmm.
You see what's funny in life. You see, like, there's no clouds. You know what I mean? Everything is just moving forward. And because when you say this and then you get something back that elevates you, it doesn't stop. I always say chemistry is what lasts.
Mm-hmm.
And man, you could look at what's on paper all day. It's about the chemistry. And you know good and well those people that you can talk to every single day of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the problem is there's a lot of relationships might have a chemistry that's a once a week type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like your friends that you see once a week or someone that you see once a month. But there's a friends that you can see every day, right? If that once a month friend moves in with you, well, there's going to be some problems. Then you're going to have groundwork and rules and all that kind of stuff,
Right.
Because it's not the natural state of things.
Right.
You know what I mean? You go, okay, look, if I'm coming in, if I do you're going to have to lay down groundwork. But that's not what it is, because I'm basically with my everyday friend. That's my wife. So that's kind of why it just kind of takes care of itself.
And that's amazing. And you guys are both martial artists. So obviously, I say that to say because you're both actors, you guys obviously have a lot in common. Were you a martial artist at an early age as well, or did he influence you to become one?
No, I actually was just an athlete. I was a basketball player. I played basketball my whole life. That was my main sport, but I did everything: ice skating, gymnastics, softball. I did volleyball. I did everything. So
because you are a martial artist as well.
I
Would
am
you say
now, but it's only because of him.
Right.
I'm very honest about this. I'd never even watched kung fu movies.
But
it just
watching
wasn't
you in
my
Trouble
thing.
Man, it's very apparent that this is very natural.
Yeah,
you know what you're doing.
the thing is, my husband started training me.
Yeah.
So he's been training me for over a decade. So it's like, because I already had that athletic ability, I took to it very naturally. And he trained me, and I'm sure he'll tell the story. He trained me at a black belt level. He didn't start me like beginning, and then he started me because I had nothing to reference. I didn't watch, so I didn't know. Whatever he taught me, even if he taught me something that was incredibly hard, I just did it because that's what he taught me. So, but he can elaborate more on that.
She didn't know how hard the things were, because it was like, it's like, I've been doing it my whole life, and we would work out together. And so her only view of certain things was the way I did it. So she, like, a punch had to look like mine. And all these little nuances that it would be very hard for somebody to pick up. In the beginning, her only reference is somebody who's been doing it for like 30 some odd years. You know what I mean? So I was teaching her to compete with me. So it's kind of funny. Like I would, but she had that discipline, and we would train things over and over and over, and I'd be very meticulous. And she didn't know how meticulous I was. And then sometimes when friends would work out with us, like I had a friend that, I have friends that are professional boxers, and they're holding pads for her, and they're like, "Oh my God, she hits like a guy." Like they can't believe how strong a technique she is, because I basically did the Frankenstein thing, and I had her doing things that was like tough for me to do, but she didn't have anything that tell her that that's not normal. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I kind of know, but I kind of don't, because it's all like speaking Japanese to me.
No, but just like if you had no idea, right, you would assume that what I was teaching you was a basic level,
right.
You'd have no idea
that I'm really learning at a black.
But I'm actually teaching you to your capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go into a school and you see white belts doing such and such, and then a yellow belt doing that, you convince yourself that I can't do that yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's kind of what it is. It's like you don't know that I'm, you think everybody can do it. She would see black belts not being able to do stuff that she can do. And she'd be like, why can't that person do this?
I was like, I don't understand. That guy has a black belt. Why can't he do that?
But
because that's something you taught me in the very beginning.
But you learn from the best.
Yeah, and a lot of times I would just watch him and emulate things that he would do. So if there was power or technique or a certain stance, I would just do what he did. And so that kind of incorporated into my training. But yeah, so it's, a lot of people think that I've been doing this my whole life, but it's only because of that, How much of martial arts is mental versus physical? My perception is it's a lot more mental than it is physical. Or am I wrong with that? Or
Yeah. That's the contribution of it. Is because like it's you that gets yourself from one point to the next point, So it's if I train you to a point where you want to stop, and then I get you to go forward, now you realize that plateau that you thought that this was your limit, you found out that that's not your limit. But you got to go to that to find out. You know what I mean? So what gets you from this point to this point is absolutely your discipline, your mental, capacity. So and then you start to learn that, well, I can accomplish anything. So that's the mainstay in my life, and that's what brought me to every accomplishment I've had, because I realized it's a matter of, just applying yourself and overcoming obstacles.
Do you guys find it, you guys are obviously veterans in Hollywood, is it difficult being a Hollywood couple and living in front of doing red carpets and stuff? Or I feel like you love it, but I don't know, I could be wrong.
It doesn't affect us, BJ.
Yeah, not that you love it in the sense that you live for it, but in the sense that this is why you do what you do. You love being
it's fun to go out and do stuff like that, but it's something that we can do or we can not do. It's not something that we're like, we got to be at every event. We have to make sure everybody sees us.
It doesn't play a role in your
That's not a
day-to-day.
thing for us. Yeah, I mean, we pick and choose the events that we actually think we'll enjoy having a good time at. So
yeah, it's really been simple. It's even been more simple than that. Like, we support our friends. That's usually what it is.
Yes.
You see us some places because we know somebody.
Right.
And it's not some kind of a thing, if you do this, you'll get that or whatever. It's just, we both never do that. So one thing that's great is that the things that come to us are not solicited. They're offered. And, we'll accept them if those things are right. But we're not hustlers. We haven't sought out to gain anything. Even the podcast we did was just in service of people who ask. A lot of people write, and through social media and stuff, they ask about advice and what have you. And so much of it was there that we say, you know what, let's address all these things in some podcast stuff. And we picked some time to do that as a service.
We just like helping people. We love I think the one thing that makes me really happy is I get so many messages in my DM about how much we inspire others, whether it's through our relationship or our fitness and health or just us as just individuals. I get messages like that all the time, like, you guys are so inspiring. And that, I love that. That makes me feel so good.
No, you guys are.
Yeah.
How important is fitness in your relationship?
It's important to both of us. I mean, despite the fact it's part of our careers to look a certain way and have a certain level of athleticism, we want to be around for our kids. We want to take good care of ourselves. We want to stay fit and healthy as long as we possibly can, because it will be that day that you don't have a choice. So, it's super important to me. I like staying fit. I like eating healthy. I like feeling good, waking up, not having ailments and illnesses every day, you know? So, I mean, that's super important to us.
Could you guys be together if the other person did not work out?
We could be together, but we push
And not each other either. I guess, could you be in a relationship with anyone that didn't work out? Because I always have this thing like, if you don't work out, we won't work out. So I just want to know, like, because I like somebody who works out as well. I'm putting in the time and effort. I want you to put in the time and effort.
I think that would be very difficult for me. I mean, that dynamic, because it's just, you know, if I can't see you putting in effort to want to better yourself and your well-being, then that's not attractive to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I don't think I really dated anyone that didn't work out or didn't put that as a priority. But of course, if she stopped working out, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It wouldn't matter if she decided not to work out anymore. I'm not going nowhere.
Right.
You know, but, you know, so to answer that in two different ways. But I mean, the way I look at it is that, you know, even separately, I think we both identify that as like a priority. Because I mean, the way I look at it is like the only thing you really own is your health.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only really thing that's not going to be, you know, repossessed by someone else or whatever. It's so you control that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like working out and eating right, that's a right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And why would I not do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I always think about the days when, you know, I always call it cane day. One day you're going to be walking with a cane. And on that day, you're going to wish you could do the things you could do right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so before I complain about not wanting to work out, I think about that. And then I'm like, man, I still get to do this,
right?
You know, and I know how good it, and you know, if you get used to that feeling of accomplishment and how that feeling is once you've done your workout, everything tastes better, looks better, smells better after that. So why would I deny myself that?
I don't know if you guys are going to have cane days. I think you know, Jane Fonda's like 80 something and doesn't have a cane. She still works out. I look at her as like,
there's a lot of, what's the other woman? Ernestine?
Bass?
Yeah, the black woman. I mean, she looks amazing.
Right.
Like, but you know, it's something that if you incorporate it into your daily, your every your everyday. And some of people are sometimes it's people that have been doing it their whole lives, and it's just that muscle memory stays in till a certain age, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's just great.
I like to say, because one of the things that people say is that they don't have time.
Right.
But actually, working out is the only thing in the world that gives you more time.
Right.
It actually gives you more time on this planet.
Earth,
you know what I mean? So, you know, that's a kind of way I look at it as well. It's like, how would I not spend time with something that's going to give me more time?
Yeah.
If you want it, you know, I agree. I think, you know, I always say, you know, looking good naked is just a perk of working out, really, because it's really the long-term effects of what you're doing to your body and your mind, you know. Now, I don't know if we talked about it before. You guys, I want to know, what are your food regimens? Because I know that you guys don't drink, but you guys will eat farm-raised salmon.
I do. I mean,
we went to, I don't know if you remember, we went to a restaurant once. But farm-raised salmon is very toxic. I don't know if you guys know this.
But I do know that.
Yeah, I know you know it.
I absolutely know it. And it's better to get like Atlantic.
And we were out, and you had said this. What you had said is that you have to choose your poison.
You do.
I jest.
You really do, because the thing, especially if you're in a restaurant, you don't. I mean, you can ask questions.
I always ask, is the salmon wild?
Yeah, but you don't always know what they're putting on your plate.
Right. And even if they say it's wild, doesn't mean that's going to be.
Exactly. If they could say wild caught or farm raised, where it's all together and all the bacteria and swimming around, you know, but you don't know. So it really is, you choose your poison. I mean, I know with me, I don't eat red meat or pork.
No red meat or pork.
I haven't had red meat or pork in
and no alcohol, obviously.
25 years. I don't do alcohol. I don't do fried foods.
No fried foods.
I stay away from. I don't do fast food. I can't tell you last time I was in a fast food restaurant.
Right.
Like I really can't tell you. And you know, we don't drink soda. It's a lot of things that just are bad.
Don't drink soda.
I haven't had soda.
Drink water.
I drink water, tea, kombucha.
I was going to do you drink coffee.
Yeah. You see the thing when you say about pick your poison, one of them is poison. Is poison.
Alcohol is poison.
Alcohol is poison. Your reaction is because, you know, your body's reacting to the poison.
Right.
But now, if you eat salmon or whatever, that's not, you know, it's in and out of your system, especially if you have a good system. But it's not like you eat that every day.
Right.
Just like it's good for even anybody, the most healthy, to have some junk days or whatever in moderation, because it's like, how healthy are you if you eat like you're somebody who's like super vegan, super whatever, and then you eat something that has some that's not, like, I guess
super vegan,
and then you wind up almost in the hospital.
Right.
Well, how healthy is your system?
Right.
It's like you got to give it a workout to some degree, just like, like sometimes. So it balances out where some of the foods that you may eat may not be as the top quality, but still, I mean, because usually even in those things, there's agendas, and you know that salmon raised here or there might be better, but it's far from poison.
Right.
So it's kind of like, you got to have the joy in your eating,
Yeah, we do enjoy eating.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like we have such a strict, regimen of our eating that we just are like mad all the time because we can't enjoy stuff.
No,
you know
no,
what I mean?
No, we
And
enjoy
you
what
really
you want.
enjoy eating.
No,
You're just mindful.
I try to explain to people that I enjoy my food probably more than you. Like the people that eat fried stuff and fast food and all that kind of stuff.
Because you don't eat fried foods either, I would imagine.
No.
But
I don't cook
the
that.
thing is, if you're just eating, the high sodium and the high sugars and everything else, your taste buds are berated. You're used to just that. You may not be able to taste the things that, if you came off of that, you'll taste all these other flavors that might be afforded in your food. And so therefore, like, I could eat, if I ate a piece of bread, it tastes almost like cake a little bit. You know what I mean?
Because you don't eat it that often.
Yeah, no, I don't. So like, I can appreciate a lot of other flavors. And so can Gillian, like things that, a lot of folks don't taste if you're berating yourself with just that bad stuff. You get used to that.
Right.
I've gotten actually a little worse because I found this. Our daughter told us about this app.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten kind of worse. It's an app called Yuka that literally it scans the barcode on anything, any barcode, and it literally breaks down.
I just shouldn't be up here. They're not paying.
Oh,
sorry, but it's okay.
Yeah, well, you edit that.
Yeah.
It breaks down everything that's in, because the barcode tells you everything. Breaks down everything that's in that product, whether it's a skin product or a food product. And I'm telling you, I take so long in grocery stores now because I'm scanning everything because
this is YUCCA?
YUKA.
Okay.
It's an app. I'm telling you, I've told so many people out there are thanking me. Things that you think are good for you, things that you normally, I know this is good for me. You scan it and it'll literally tell you 7 additives, which are chemicals and preservatives, and they'll break down what the additives are. This causes liver cancer. This causes breast cancer. It breaks down everything. So I've actually become even more like aware of the things that I'm putting in my body now. There's things I've had in my kitchen forever, and I'm like, oh no, you gotta go. Because I found out it's not good for me. So I'm getting rid of stuff, only adding things in that are like, get high ratings on Yuka.
Now, are you guys at home meal prepping? Are you meal prepping? Or you just
Not
cook
meal prep,
day
but
to day?
I cook meals when we're not busy.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we eat out, we pick restaurants that we know are really, healthy and have fresh, clean food. Yeah.
Like the Cheesecake Factory.
We ate there yesterday.
Yeah.
But we had a
But you
salad.
and they have the
We literally had a salad with chicken and shrimp.
Yeah, and they have the slim menu,
Yeah.
which
They
I order
do.
from all the
They
time.
do.
Skinny-licious.
Yeah, the
Skinny-licious.
Yeah.
I love the cheese. I think the first time we went went to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
But I love the Cheesecake Factory, and I agree. You can get healthy options. But again, it's about being mindful. What is your one health tip, each of you, if you could give advice to someone who is trying to be healthier and wants a more fit lifestyle? What is the tip that you can give them? It's not easy, particularly for people to go from not working out to working out. I mean, it's a major lifestyle shift. What is one tip you could give people who are struggling or to do that?
I would say, just because of certain circumstances I've told people, take it slowly. It's nothing that happens overnight, because I think I've told some people, like, you need to eat this, and I'll give them like a whole list of things. And then they have this breakdown because, like, I can't eat anything. They like freak out. Take it slowly. Slowly remove one bad thing at a time. And then once you remove that thing, you start to realize you don't even miss it to me, that's a joy, because when I took soda out my system, I used to love soda.
That's my easiest thing too.
I took it out.
Too.
I hate soda now. Like, I've took a sip of soda. I'm like, ugh, can't believe it. But you understand?
I'm not gonna say I hate
no,
it.
but I'm really telling you, there are things that you will know, your taste buds,
I
your
took McDonald's out. I
no
agree. I
longer
took
wants
McDonald's out
anymore.
for a long time. When I went back to McDonald's, I was like, this is really disgusting.
Exactly, but that's my point.
Yeah.
Whereas before,
Yeah.
you
I
absolutely
loved
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Do it slowly eliminate the bad things to the point where you don't even want them anymore and you only want the good things. I think it helps you transition into a healthier lifestyle much easier.
Yeah, well, I kind of...
You can't take her answer.
No, okay. Well, first of all, I think it comes down to you have to know that you deserve good health, and you got to get to the root of it. People ask me, well, how should I eat? And I'm like, you know how you should eat. Stop it.
Right.
Most people know exactly what they should do. They might want somebody else to, kind of guide them. But you really, if you really feel like you are deserving of a long, healthy life, it'll take care of itself. I'd help you along with that. Fact is, you should eat food that is like, first of all, eat real food.
Yep.
And there's a lot of things like even like that yucca thing, but there's so much in this country that's absolutely not food. Anybody if you make something out of a potato, or you cook something, okay, in 3 days, what? It's gone. It's messed up. You realize you're eating things that have been made a month ago, so the majority of what that is not food.
It's preservatives.
It's absolutely preservative. People, but deep down, you gotta, you're supposed to eat things that look like what it is. Potatoes should not be a potato chip. That's not how it came out the ground.
Right.
You eat a potato the way it's supposed to be. Carrot, all these different things. That's one way of looking at it. Like, turkey is not sliced
or perfectly round.
Right.
No, people think of cold cuts, whatever. That's made from a vat of goo, vacuum formed, and they put fake skin around it,
and then they shape it,
and they put it around wax paper and cut it up in a deli, like make you think that it's meat. Food. It's not even. It's not. It's maybe about 5% turkey in there, and so it's that. A turkey comes in with a leg and breast and everything. That's what. If you're eating turkey, it should look like it came from that. So it's so that's one way of looking at stuff. Eat food that looks like it's what it's supposed to be. It's real food.
Yes. No, I agree. I have two more questions. One for Mike, and then one for both of you guys. Mike, I feel like your career has encompassed a lot of many genres, from comedy to Why Did I Get Married, to obviously action films. How do you identify your public image? What is that to you? What does it look like for you?
Well, I guess one of the problems is I don't really think about it. Like that's is
that a problem or
it's sometimes a problem because she's laughing already because I just look at my heroes were never actors, so I didn't look up to actors. I didn't think anything. Like I thought, oh, you're playing make believe. That's cool. But like when I was a teacher, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm doing something. But my mom was a teacher. But when I think about myself as an actor, I don't ever think that somebody knows who I am, or I don't take that for granted or anything like that. And so sometimes, people will be like looking at me like this, and I'm like, yo, man, we got a problem. And they're like, oh, are you the guy from Spawn? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, because I don't really think about it. Yeah, and so. It doesn't land with me. People see me different than I see myself. And as you know, I forget that I'm Michael Jai White always the first time somebody approaches me and then say, hey, or I start to recognize it a little bit more if there's somebody smiling and waving, because originally I'm like, who is that? I don't do I know? I'm thinking like that. And then it's like, no, you're an actor. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. So I don't ever think about it. So
you don't see yourself as an action star. You don't see yourself as this Hollywood hero. You don't see that.
I think of it as a job. And so that's why.
So you see yourself as a working man?
Yeah. Sometimes like it can get me into like issues sometimes. I mean,
I'm laughing because I know all the
Yeah, of
situations.
course.
yeah, like I'm in Whole Foods and there's this cop that's looking at me. I'm like, why is this guy? Is he
Right.
profiling me?
Right.
And I'm walking one direction and I shift directions. He seems to be following me. I'm like, man, I'm getting my phone out. I'm going to record this, him,
Following
doing,
me.
yeah,
Mhm.
doing this stuff. And and I come around and he goes, are you Michael J. White? I'm going, yeah. Oh, shoot. That's what it was. I originally went to something else. Like, well, how does this guy
Of
think I'm
course,
going
of
to steal
course,
something?
of
His
Why is he-
brain always
Right. You're
goes to
not
something
immediately
else.
thinking that, they recognize me in my work.
No, it's
He never thinks that.
I never think that. I think like, why are you profiling me, man? Like
And-
I'm about to go off.
And then when you say your name, I have to say this because I know you get it because I get it every day, and I have to say this to people. What do you say when they say Michael J?
Well, I think I give them credit. I go, oh, they're thinking of the initial.
Okay. All right.
Technically.
yeah, I try to give them some leeway with that.
Because I say your name is so important to your brand. So I just wanted to know when people mispronounce your name,
Mhm.
how do you feel? Do you correct them?
No, I don't ever correct them really.
He's very chill with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Because there was a Michael J. Fox and that rolls off your tongue real
Right.
easy.
Right.
So, so I'll say, okay, you're giving me the initial. So,
The worst one was ever Michael Jaleel White. I'm sorry.
that happens
wow.
quite a bit.
Michael
Really?
Jaleel White
Wow.
happens a
Or
lot. I'm
somebody
like,
will call me Jaleel White because
Michael
there's a
Jaleel.
J something in White
That's
and
crazy.
they don't realize I'm not Jaleel White.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Both of you guys do so many things. You're amazing parents. You're amazing spouses. You're amazing actors. You're amazing athletes. This is the final question. What do you want your legacy to be?
I want people to always remember that I was a good person. That's important to me. I want people to know that I always was authentic and true to myself and a genuine person. And I never put on any type of front for anything. That who I am is who I am. And that's who you get is who you are getting without any type of extras on it. Like, I think that's so important to me that at the end of the day, I always want, at the end of my life, I want people to know that I was a good person who just loved her family, cared about life, and just really liked making people happy around her.
Mike?
Well, I want people to first smile when they think of me and just, or I hope they say there's somebody who's made my life better and made other people's lives better by being there.
Amazing. Well, I can definitely verify that you are certainly one of the most authentic couples that I know. Both of you guys make me smile. I love spending time with you. I love being around with you guys. I mean, I know that you did this as a favor to me, which is only a testament to what you said earlier about showing up for your friends and your family. And I love you guys. And I thank you for being with me here today. You guys, this was Michael Jai and Gillian White. This is Image Elevators with BJ Coleman. Make sure you check us out on the Alive Podcast Network and anywhere you get your podcasts. And make sure you tune in live anytime to check it out on my YouTube channel, Image Elevators with BJ Coleman. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. You're
and
the
we
best.
love you too.